Scott, thank you very much for joining us. 2-0 defeat. What's your take on the team's performance?
I thought we were poor. I thought we were very poor, to be honest. But credit to Eastbourne, I thought they were very good. Will Dennis has made 5 or 6 really good saves throughout the game to keep the score down. If we'd have got an equaliser late in the game before they scored their second, would it have been fair? No. Always try and be quite honest, and I thought that all over the pitch, especially in the final third, I thought we were bang average. Got in some really good areas. Decision making was awful, but we're talking about lads that have been brilliant recently. The top end of the pitch we've been really good, and sometimes you have those days, and then you've got to give credit to Eastbourne. I thought they defended really well. I think it's the first team in a while that actually beat us up a little bit. It doesn't often happen with our lads. I think they're always up for the fight and the battle, but yeah, I was hopeful about today. I would have been delighted with a point. I know it's a tough place to come. The pitch is absolutely massive, and obviously the second goal, it kills us off. We're trying to throw bodies forward, and then it is what it is. So yeah, it's a disappointing day, but one that we can't obviously think about too much, because Tuesday will be here before we know it.
You said that you weren't really as effective in the offensive third. So, what would you say that was what you lacked in that offensive third, more effectiveness?
Yeah, absolutely. I think decision making. We were shooting when we shouldn't have been. We were passing when we should have been shooting. It was just a little bit confused. We had options to sort of build up the play in the final third and move people about and see if we can drag people out of holes, and just didn't do it. People shooting off balance, and it's just a really disappointing day in the final third, and then what that invites is pressure. They obviously win the ball back, or they make a block, they win the second ball, and then all of a sudden we're defending, we're on our back foot. I felt like we defended for a large part of the game, playing in the back line there today. It's just felt like a constant wave of red attacks, but got credit to Eastbourne. I think they're a good side. I know they had a few players back today that have been missing. I speak to their manager regularly, and he said that he's really missed those players, and I know how important they are, and I think you can see that in their performance today. I'm surprised the way they are in the league, I'll be honest with you. I thought if they keep a strong squad and they keep people fit, they would be in the playoffs, there's no doubt about it. But yeah, offensively just not good enough, and then defensively, you look at the 2 goals. It's a great cross from the lad for the first one, and then the second one, I don't really count that, even though it's just 2-0. The game's dead and buried, and we're trying to do things maybe that we wouldn't have been doing if the game was still alive.
Great opposition. They had so many chances, but like you said, Will Dennis saved you many times. So would you say he was maybe the man of the match of today from your side?
Absolute mile. I thought he was head and shoulders above every single player that wore the shirt today. I thought he was absolutely fantastic, but he has been for weeks, months. He's been brilliant. So absolutely no complaints with Will. The goals he can't do anything about. But yeah, we don't want to give him that much work to do. It's all great, all well and great seeing the saves that he does make, and it will put a nice reel together for him, but we don't want him to make saves. We want to make sure that we stop people from shooting, stop people from putting balls in the box, getting first contact in the box, and that's one thing that they did really well today. I think every ball that we put in their box, they got first contact to. I thought Brad Barry, their centre half, he was really dominant, and he's not the biggest of players, but yeah, I thought he was really aggressive, and yeah, listen, I think he was probably their best player when I look at it. Probably doesn't get the credit for what he deserves, but everything that went up to our front men, he just ate it up. So yeah, disappointing day, but yeah, we won't rest on it too much. We've got Tuesday, which is massively important.
Despite you having a really tough game, you had Rebels on the road who made a really good atmosphere here. So any message to the fans?
Yeah, they're the best in the league. Every club will say the same, but they are. I think, personally, you get to know a lot of the fans. Nice people, great people, making a racket behind the goal like they always do. And it's a long way to come, but they've been supporters for years. They'll be supporters a lot longer for the time that most of the players are at the club and myself. So yeah, they're massively part of the furniture. We come in, we're lucky to represent the badge and represent the club, but they're what make it. I think you see them today, what was there, probably 100 of them, and that's some turnout Eastbourne away, but they'll stick with us through thick and thin. I think they've seen the efforts that we've put in over the past few months, and hopefully they're seeing a difference in terms of the results. But yeah, I think the commitment that we show, the commitment that they show will always be there.
Like you said, not a lot of time to rest. You going to Farnborough on Tuesday, so how are gonna look the next few days for you?
Yeah, we'll have to look at it. I think it's easy when you're winning that you just try and pick the same team and go with consistency, but after a defeat we might have to change it again. But no one really deserves to keep their shirt after today apart from Will. So we will have to look at it. We haven't got a massive squad, so the majority will keep their shirt. But it's a massive game now. I think Farnborough away is one of those ones where I expect us to turn up. We're quite good on the grass on a Tuesday night. Might be an ugly game, horrible game, and we usually do fight. Today, yeah, we fought a little bit, but not enough. I thought Eastbourne, like I said, beat us up. But Tuesday night at Farnborough is a game that the lads realise that they'll have to get up for. I just spoke to them in there, and listen, we're in a dogfight. I think there's 10 teams there that are in a dogfight. So I'm quite happy with what we've got. I believe that they'll be up for the scrap. No one's going to throw the towel in. They'll make sure that we need to go for as long as we need to go. But at the moment, it's just a little bit disappointment. But no one expected us yet again to get anything from today. But I always do, because I believe in those lads and they believe in each other. And it's a really good buzz vibe in there at the moment. And it will still continue even after a defeat today. We won't get too down or disappointed, downbeat. It's just one of those. We've lost the football match. We've got 8 more. I hate using the word cup finals. I hate using the cliche cup finals, but every game's important in the league, whether it's the first one of the season, the last one of the season. You should want to turn up for every match like it's a cup final, and we do most of the time. But today, yeah, we were just a little bit hit and miss.
All right, thank
Cheers,
you.
guys.